Hello, welcome back to the channel. The video I'm going to show you today is looking for grave sites for my dad's family. When we moved to this county, I knew that my dad's family was from here, but I didn't realize how many of them were buried here. I never got the chance to meet my dad's parents. His mom died in 1936 when my dad was just a very young child. His dad died before I was born, so I never got to know him. And I was an adult with children of my own before I learned that the one that we called Granny Lou, that I only remember from nursing home visits, was not my dad's mom, but his stepmom. So I feel like I didn't ask enough questions when I was growing up to get to know about that portion of my dad's life. And there's another thing about this cemetery that makes it very unique and almost a little bit famous around here. So we'll get to that at the end of the video. So hope you like it. Today we are traveling to a cemetery to try to find the graves of my dad's parents and his brothers and sisters and a cousin. It's a pretty big cemetery for this area, so I'm hoping that we can find them. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you why this cemetery is sort of a little bit famous in our area. We are trying to use the GPS coordinates to figure out where these graves are. I have seen Radcliffe's on the other side, but that's not the side we're looking for. This is my cousin Dot that passed away this year. We found hers. Next to hers is her mom, Margie, my daddy's sister, and then their dad, Uncle Dago. Now, we just can't find my grandparents. So finally, I have found my grandfather, my dad's dad. I have found my grandmother, who died when my dad was just a little boy. I have found aunts and uncles. I have found my step-grandmother, who died when I was 10. She's the only one I knew. And over here is the main headstone for the whole group. It's so bright out here I can't see if I'm getting this or not. So in relation to the big headstone, there's my grandfather, my grandmother, my step-grandmother. This is my aunt. This is my Uncle Luther, my dad's older brother. This is their daughter, Anne, who, as a very young child, got scarlet fever, and it left her brain damaged, and she passed away in her mother's arms when she was still very young. I can't believe we found it. I can't believe we found it. Okay, now I'm going to show you what makes this cemetery in our little neck of the woods a little bit famous. This is a playhouse built around the grave of a little girl named Nadine Earls. Now, in December of 1933, Nadine Earls was 3 years old, and all she wanted for Christmas was a playhouse. But little Nadine Earls passed away on December the 18th 1933, before she could get her playhouse. So her parents, in their grief, built this playhouse around her tombstone. You can see it in there. Now the toys that you see in there, there may be a few new ones that have been added, but the most of them were little Nadine Earle's toys. And I don't sure know if it will pick up on the camera or not, but her tombstone is inscribed, "In heaven we hope to meet." And at the bottom of it, it says, "Me want it now," because that's what she said about her playhouse. Little Nadine Earles, April 3rd, 1929 to December 18th, 1933. Her family still keeps up her little playhouse. You can see it's very neat inside, but most of the toys were original to Nadine. And her parents, Julie and Comer Earles, and her mother, Alma, are buried right outside little Nadine's playhouse. So that is what makes our little cemetery somewhat famous. She even has a little mailbox. It's supposed to be a replica of their family home that her father constructed. And he built it all around her tombstone. So that's a little information about our little corner of the world. Little Nadine Earle's Playhouse.